Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and today we'll be solving a Fortress Sudoku that was posted by Hemant on his blog Let's Sudoku, where he posts Sudokus on a fortnightly basis. The blog has an excellent collection of handcrafted Sudokus. I will add the link to his blog in the description. I will also add the online solving link for the Sudoku so that if you are interested to give it a try, you may do so. And before moving on to the video, if you guys have been enjoying the content that we are posting, please show us your support by subscribing to the channel. At the moment we are unsure how our channel is being received in the community. The only way that you can show your love for the channel is by subscribing to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button below. This will motivate us to keep running the channel and to produce Sudokus on a daily basis. So we request our viewers to please subscribe to the channel now. So moving on to the rules. Each row, each column and each 3x3 box will contain the digits from 1 to 9 without any repetition. Standard classic rules. In addition to that, as you can see, there are some gray shaded cells inside the grid. The digits in the shaded cells will be greater than the digits in the adjacent white cells. There is no relation between two adjacent digits which are in shaded cells. So this may either be less than this or greater than this. It does not concern us and nor does it influence the solve. The only thing to remember is that the shaded cell will be greater than all the orthogonally adjacent. By orthogonal I mean cells which share an edge. This cell, this digit will be greater than row 1 column 2, row 2 column 1 and row 2 column 3. So with that we'll start solving the Sudoku. One important trick in Fortress Sudokus is it is always helpful to look for placing 1s and the 9s at the start of the Sudoku, because they are very restricted and usually authors try to create a Sudoku by involving the 1s and the 9s at the start. So if you take a 1 can never be in a shaded cell, right? Because then the surrounding white cell must be less than 1. So it is never possible unless the 1 is completely surrounded by shaded cells. So by that I mean, let's say you have a 1 here, and if all these cells are shaded, then it is possible then that this cell may be a 1. But otherwise, whenever a shaded cell is adjacent to a white cell, a 1 can never go into the shaded cell. So this is one important trick. The other thing is a 9 can never go into a white cell which is adjacent to a shaded cell, because then the shaded cell must contain something greater than 9 and it is never possible, right? So these are two important things. So if you look at this particular Sudoku, you see that there are no 9s given in the grid, right? But there are 3 1s given in the grid. So let us start by solving the by using the 1s rather. So if you look at column 1 and row 1 has 4 cells left. Let me change the color. Yeah, 1 has 4 cells left, and these 4 cells can take a 1, but 1 cannot be in the shaded cell, right? So 1 must be in these 2 cells, which means in column 2 1 must go into these 3 cells, but 1 cannot be here and 1 cannot be in a shaded cell. So this will be a 1, and which means 1 in row 4 has 3 options left. 1 cannot go here, 1 cannot be in a shaded cell, so 1 has to go here, and which means 1 in column 5 has again 2 options left, right? So 1 cannot be here, classic rule, so this will be a 1, which means 1 in row 8 has again 3 cells, so 1 cannot go here, 1 cannot be in a shaded cell, so 1 has to be here, which means we get 1 in one of these 2 cells in column 8, but this one resolves this one, and this one in turn gives us a final one. So if you see, we have made a very smooth start to the Sudoku. We just focus on placing the 1s in the grid like I said at the start, and we have got all the 1s. Now we can continue the Sudoku by maybe looking for digits. This is another important trick in a Fortress Sudoku. So always look for digits which are large in value and which are adjacent to a shaded cell. So if you consider this grid, look at this 7. It is adjacent to a shaded cell, which means that this cell must be greater than this. So obviously the minimum value in this cell is going to be 8 or 9, right? Because then only it can be greater than 7. But 8 is not possible, so which means this will be a 9. And if you look at the symmetrically opposite cell, you have a 6, so which means the minimum value here must be a 7, and it can be a 7, 8 or 9, right? So now we can continue by placing the 9s in other cell boxes maybe, but however we have only one 9 to help us. I'm not really sure if it's going to help us. So okay, 1 cannot be in row 8, so 1 has 3 options in box 8 now, but these 2 options can be eliminated, right, because both of them are adjacent to shaded cells. So 1 can be eliminated from here, which means we get the 1 here, 9 here, and 9 must go into one of these 2 cells. 9 cannot be adjacent to a shaded cell, right, so 9 has to be here. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 options for this box for the 9, and for this box 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Again 4 options. So it doesn't make sense to mark all the possibilities of 9 for now. So let us look for some other digit maybe. You have a 2 in row 8, which means 2 will be in one of these 2 cells, and 2 in row 9 must be in one of these 2 cells. But you have a 2 in column 7, which means this will be a 2, and which means 2 must go into one of these 3 cells in column 8, but you have a 2 coming from row 5, so 2 must go either here or here. You can easily eliminate 2 from here, because then this white cell must be lower than a 2, but 1 is already placed here, so this must be a 2, and which means 2 in row 6 has only 3 options left, right? But 2 can't be here, because then both of these cells must be lower than the 2, not possible. So 2 must be in these 2 cells. Okay, there is a 2 in column 1 and column 2, which means that 2 must be in one of these 2 cells in column 3. Nice solve path, guys, really nice solve path. So you have a 2 here, which means 2 is not possible, so this will be a 2, and which means 2 in row 2 will be in one of these 2 cells. All straight classic rules and basic usage of variant rule. So now if you look closely at column 5, these 2 cells cannot be a 2, and these 3 cells cannot be a 2, because we have placed the 2's in these cells. So which means there is only one cell left for the 2 in column 5, and that would be this, right? This is a 2. So I don't think we can do any more with the 2's. Maybe let us focus on row 9 and box 8 in any order, because each of these have 6 digits filled already. So 1, 3, 4, 9, 2 and 7. Remaining are 5, 6 and 8. We can write the candidates. But 6 is in column 2. So this is 5 and 8. And let us come to box 8 now. So remaining digits are 3, 5 and 7, right? I don't think we can use the variant property to resolve any of these 3. So I see quite a lot of 6's in the grid. Okay, 6 will be in these 3 cells in column 5. Again, it is not much helpful. 6 in row 1 and row 3, which means 6 will be in one of these 2 cells in box 3. Can we get any more 6'ers? Okay, you have a solo 6 here, which means 6 is not in these 3 cells in box 9. So 6 will be in one of these 2 cells. Let me put a corner pencil mark maybe. So 6 will be in one of these 2 cells, which means you can eliminate the 6 from here. So this is not a 6, so you get the 6 here, right? And 6 must be in one of these 2 cells, right? In box 6, or rather column 5. So I don't think we can place any more 6'ers, right? No. So let us try to look at some other digit, maybe 7. 7 is striking my eye. So column 8 and column 9 have 7. So 7 must be in one of these 2 cells. Okay. The moment that you do this, this cell must be minimum 7, right? Because if you have anything other than 7 here, you are pushing the 7 here, and indirectly what it means is that this cell must be greater than 7. So the bare minimum value that is going to happen in row 3 column 7 is 7. You can't have anything less than 7 there, right? So this will be 7, 8 or 9. And 7 must be in these 2 cells. Let us remember that. So 5 is not here, so which means 5 will be in one of these 2 cells. And 5 in row 3 must be in one of these 2 cells again. Now the solve is getting a little bit, you can say, muddly. I'm not really sure where to look for, because there are so many places that you can potentially look at. But it's important to look at the right place so that you can finish the Sudoku with minimal effort. Okay, let us maybe look at the 3's. The 3 cannot be in column 3, 3 cannot be in row 2. So 3 has 3 options left in box 1. But can this cell be a 3? No, right? Because if you have a 3 here, you will push the 5 to this cell and 3 will be greater than 5, which is not possible. So 3 must be in one of these two cells, which means 3 in column 2 must be in one of these two cells. But 3 cannot go here because this cell should be greater than 4. So 3 would be here. Can we get any more 3's? So 3 is not here. 3 is not here. 3 has 3 options left. Not really helpful. Okay, 4 is in column 3 and 4 is in row 9, which means 4 in box 7 must go into one of these two cells, and 4 cannot be in column 3 in this box. 4 cannot be in this cell, 4 cannot be in this cell. So 4 would have to be in one of these two cells in box 1. Right? So which means we immediately resolve this 4 in box 7. So this is a 4 and that gives us the 4 here. Now we are getting some steam in the Sudoku. So this will be a 4. Sorry, let me remove the digits from there. So this will be a 4 using classic rule, and that pushes the 6 to this cell. So which means we have 3, 5, 8 as candidates in these 3 cells, but this cell must be greater than both. So which means this will be an 8 and these two cells must be 3, 5, and that immediately gives us a 7 here, and these two cells must be 3, 5, and these two cells must be 6, 7 now. Oh, they are looking too huge, right? And which means this must be 5, 8, right? So if you look at column 8, maybe because they have 6 digits already, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, remaining are 4, 5, 6. So this is 4 or 5, this is 4, 5, 6, and this is 4, 5 and 6, right? But we know that this shaded cell is greater than this. So this can only be 5, 6 and this can only be 4, 5, right? And we have a 4, 5 pair now, which means this will be a 6. And we have got some more 6s. So 6 in box 4 has only 2 options left. Can't be here, can't be in row 6. So 6 will be in one of these two cells. And 6 in column 5 will be in one of these two cells. Can it be here? Yes, it can be. I don't see any contradiction. So we know that this shaded cell is greater than this cell. So which means that this cell is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. But you can't have a 1, you can't have a 2, you can't have a 4, and you also can't have a 3. Beautiful. So this cell, to be less than the shaded cell in row 6 column 8, must be taking the value of 5. Can't be anything else. So this is 5, which means this will be a 4 and this will be a 5. That's great. So this 5 resolves this 5, 3 pair. And now remaining digits in box 3 maybe. So 7, 8 and 9, right? 7, 8, 9 and 7, 8 and 9. So this shaded cell is greater than this cell. So this must be an 8 and 9 and this must be 7 and 8. And this cannot be a 7 because 7 is here. So this is 8, 9, which means we get the 7 in box 3. So if you look at box 6, remaining digits are 3, 8, 9, right? 3, 8, 9. Okay, you can't have a 3 here, right? So this is 8, 9. This is 3 or 8 and this is 3, 8, 9. You can't have a 9 adjacent to a shaded cell. So this will be 3 or 8. So where to look at now is the challenge. Okay. So I'm seeing this 4 is very restricted along row 6. 4 is in row 4 and 4 is in row 5, right? Which means 4 in row 6 must go into one of these 3 cells, but 4 cannot be here. And can you have the 4 here now? This is very interesting deduction. If you have the 4 here, then these two cells must be less than 4. That is naturally possible, but because 1 and 3 are already placed in these cells, these two cells cannot take values which are less than 4, right? Maximum you can put a 2, right? And then there will be one more cell which would be greater than 4. So 4 cannot go here. So which means this is a 4 and that immediately gives a 2 here, pushing the pencil mark. So this will be a 2. And remaining digits in row 6 are 7, 8 and 9. This is not a 9. So this is 7, 8, 7, 8, 9 and 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So 4 is in column 4 and 4 is in column 6, which means 4 is in one of these two cells, but 4 is in row 3, so 4 would have to go here, and which means correspondingly we get a 4 in box 1. So this is a 4, this is not a 4. Beautiful guys, beautiful. So for this cell to be a 5, you need to have the 3 here, right? Oh, that is possible. I was actually thinking that if this is a 5, then you can't have 1, 2, 3 or 4 here. This can actually take the value of 3. So let us look for something else. Let us look at column 2 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, right? Remaining digits are 5, 7, 8 and 9, right? This cell cannot be a 5, right? Because if you have a 5, then this cell has to be 1, 2, 3 or 4, but all options are ruled out. So this is going to be 7, 8 and 9 again, and 5 must be in one of these two cells. I feel that there is something going on here, but I am not able to see. Let us maybe look at some other place. Let us look at column 5. We have 5 digits, right? 1, 2, 8, 4 and 5. Remaining are 3, 6, 7 and 9. You have an 8 here, so this cannot be 8. So this is 7, 9. And this is going to be not a 6. So this will be a 3, 7 and 9. You can't have 9 adjacent to a shared cell. So this is 3 or 7. So this cell, row 4 column 5 is going to be 3, 6, 7, 9 again. But you can't have a 3, right? If you have a 3, then this cell becomes a 7 and you have a violation. So this will be a 6, 7 and 9. Wow, amazing guys. Look at this. When you have a 7 here, then this shaded cell becomes a 9, right? Because the only way then 7 is lower than the shaded cell is when it is a 9. But 7 and 9 remove all the possibilities from here. Beautiful, right? So you can't have a 7 here. So this will be a 3, right? And now remaining digits are 6, 7 and 9. So this can't be a 7, so can't be a 9 because cannot be adjacent to a shaded cell. So this is a 6 and these two cells must be 7, 9. And this removes the 6 from here and we get the 6 here. And that resolves the 6, 7 pair. And we don't have the 7 here now, right? Smooth solve. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 and 9, remaining are 3, 5 and 8. Let us write the candidates. 3, 5, 8, 3, 5, 8. So 7, 8, 9 triplet in box 4 and 1, 3, 4, 2 and 6 which have been given or placed already. So this must be a 5. No other option left for 5 in that box. And now we get the 5 in box 5, right? So this must be a 3, 8 pair now, right? So this must be a 9. This must be 8. This must be 3. Because of this 9 we get an 8 here and a 9 here. Beautiful guys. Now we are getting a lot of digits. So this must be 7, 9. So let us look at, you have a 5 here, which means you can resolve the 5, 3 pair and the 3, 8 pair. Beautiful. So now remaining digits in box 2 are 7, 8, 9, but 7 is here, 7 cannot be here, so this will be a 7 and these two cells must be 8, 9, but you have a 9 here, which means that this will be a 9 and this will be an 8, and that gives us an 8 here, and which means you can resolve the 8, 5 pair now. So this is 8, this is 5 and 5 is pushed here now because pencil mark of 5 was in these two cells, so this is a 5 now, and this must be a 7 or a 9. Can't be a 7, so this is a 9, this is a 7, this is a 9, 7, 8, 9, and last two digits are 3 and 7, right? 1, 4, 6, 8, 2, 5, 9, so 3 and 7, 7 is here, so this is a 7 and this is a 3. And with that we have completed this amazing Fortress Sudoku, which had a really wonderful solve path. The main thing, like I said, was to focus on 1s and 9s at the start and see if it can help you proceed in the Sudoku. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve the Sudoku. Please let us know your thoughts in comments. We hope to see you soon with another video. Bye bye.